Now, it's often been said that soccer, or football, should I say, is the world sport, soccer and bocce. Well, in some parts of this country, it's now becoming the common world language.
We sent our James Tobin to Western Sydney to see how a simple game is bringing a community together.
Culture, food, clothes, language. You just need to look around the streets of the Sydney suburb of Fairfield to see the diversity immigration brings. It's home to as many as 133 different nationalities, and more than half the population was born overseas.
We all know Australia is becoming more and more multicultural, and few places are as culturally diverse as here in Sydney's western suburbs. But bringing cultures together doesn't just happen by accident. These kids all have three things in common. They all go to Fairfield High School, they're all refugees, and they all love football.
You can go to any country, rural or urban, any place in the world, and you'll see kids, if they don't have a football, they have a rock or a rag or something. It's more than a game, it's a passion, it's a life, and it brings people together in a way that very few other things do.
Back in 2006, when Anne Bunn-Baroost from the University of New South Wales was looking for a way to help refugee children find their feet in Australia, she needed something that could transcend language, culture and tradition. That's when Football United was born.
We provide a place where they can come together and they can all be just football lovers. They do bring their cultures and their backgrounds with them, but in a way that they're sharing.
Football United now has close to 500 young refugees taking part across Sydney and Adelaide. The kids are from over 50 different countries, and they've come here from some of the most dangerous places in the world. Merrin's family fled to Australia from Iraq at the height of the war.
In Iraq, there was a lot of wars in there, and it was so hard going to school.
And was that because life was just disrupted all the time because of war?
Yeah, of wars, yeah.
And what's your life like now in Australia compared to those years in Iraq?
It's much better. I'm learning more English now, and it's a safe country to live in. It's pretty awesome.
It's almost impossible to imagine how hard it must be for a child who's been forced to flee their home, to then arrive in a strange country, unable to speak the language and have no friends. Football United coordinator Asma has seen firsthand the progress they've made.
To see how far they've come from when they first arrived to now, and them passing on their own skills and, you know, sharing what they've gone through. Football United came into their lives and they've sort of understood the concept of living in diverse communities and the importance of, living harmoniously and working together.
I use the skills that they teach me here, and I use them outside, and I also use the how I respect other people, I help other people. That's what Football United taught me, and I use it outside too.
Fairfield High Principal Bob Mullis has also seen those outcomes translate into the classroom.
They come here in many cases with no English language whatsoever, no written, no spoken, and the rules of soccer, they understand what the rules of soccer are. All they then learn is the language of soccer, and that then translates specifically in all those things within classroom activities. Their language level improves, their literacy level improves, their levels of expression improve. So it basically means that they're becoming better students from the point of view of those skills.
But more to the point, are we looking at any Socceroos of the future?
I reckon if I'm good enough, if I train hard, it might be my life one day, and I hope for that.
That word, refugee, is a loaded one these days. But all these kids love Australia and they just want to be part of it.
Seeing these young people wanting to be part of a community and wanting to gain and develop their leadership skills is just so inspiring. And every day, you feel down sometimes, you feel like, oh, this is too much hard work, but just seeing what the program does to these young people is so inspiring and just makes you want to keep working hard and giving them more opportunities.
United's the word.
It just makes you feel good, doesn't it, watching that? I mean, the Socceroos in 12 years' time, you're going to have an Iraqi on the left wing, crossing to a Sudanese centre forward. It's going to be awesome.
Well, I mean, you look at all the professional teams these days, and it's already like that, isn't it? I mean, it really is
They're a great representation of the way our country looks today. Well
it
done.
really, I mean, gosh, it's a beautiful. I mean, that's one of the best things about sport. It's a beautiful language to unite people, really. It beats talking about the weather, let's face it.
Yes.